Hi, everybody. My name is Leo Gonzalez. I am one of the co-founders of Castle Realty Group, and I wanted to take a couple of minutes of your time and share with you some of the foreclosure activity that's been going on in the Inland Empire. For most of you that don't know, our company services mostly three areas: the Riverside, Corona, and Moreno Valley markets. So we went ahead and researched. Well, we have been researching some of the foreclosure activity, and really wanted to reserve judgment on what's been happening until the second half of the year, and I can tell you that the results are pretty consistent. Foreclosure activity is on the rise. And just so you know, we went ahead and took a look at other cities outside of just those three, and we can pretty much conclude that it's a common trend among basically almost every market in Southern California, with the exception of maybe some of the smaller ones, some of the smaller zip codes. But it does seem to be an alarming trend, and I'm going to take this minute to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. All right, everybody, here we go. Let's get down to business. We're going to be comparing foreclosure activity from 2015 to what's happened so far today in 2016. We're going to look at three cities. I don't want to lose anybody, so I'm going to try to do it as fast as possible. My contact information will be here if you guys want to talk a little bit more about it. But without further ado, let's get right into it and start looking at this information. So we're going to look at the first city of Corona, and we're going to compare what happened last year as far as over the entire year foreclosure activity to this year. So we're going to go to our search options, and we're not interested in pre-foreclosure and auction for now. We're only interested in bank owned and third party. Third party just means that instead of the house going back to the bank, it's sold to an investor at the auction. So we're going to look at what happened from 01/01/2015 to obviously the last day of the year, which is December 31st, 2015. And we're going to go ahead and search this, and it's going to populate our foreclosure activity. So last year, a total of 29 homes went back to the bank or sold to an investor. These are properties that went through the entire foreclosure stage, got to the auction, either went back to the bank or sold to a third party. So here's a number to take a look at here, 29. And we're going to go ahead, and this is for the city of Corona. So 29 bank-owned homes, so to speak, in Corona for the entire year of 2015. Let's look at 2016. So we're going to go here, and all we're going to do is keep the same information the same over here, and we're just going to switch our dates. So we're just going to go from January 1st, 2015 to January 1st, 2016 to the date of, well, it'd be easier to just do it here. So 07/20/2016. Today is the 20th of July. So we're going to go click OK, and then we're going to click search. So if you remember, the last number was 29. This number is 73. We're looking at a 100% increase of properties that actually got foreclosed on so far this year. We're not even through the year yet compared to last year. So the other one was 29. This one is 73, right? So that's an alarming figure. 100% more foreclosures compared this year already to last year. Now we're going to go take a look at what is going on as current foreclosure activity. So obviously we have more this year than last year. Now we're going to see what's going on right now as far as the pre-foreclosure and bank owned. Pre-foreclosures just simply mean that those are the initial stages of foreclosure. Auction, the bank has actually given this person a 21-day notice to sell their house at auction. So we're going to go ahead here and click search. So there is a total of 56. Oh, we got to remove our dates. So we got to clear this, and then we'll research again. Otherwise, it would only give us what went into defaults during that specific time. But this is what's happening right now. 348 properties that are currently in some stage of being foreclosed on. 208 of those are pending. 140 of those are in the auction stage. Now, for those of you who've already gone ahead of me, yes, there is more homes entering foreclosure than there is getting out of foreclosure. So what that means is that as we see more and more of these properties going into foreclosure, that tells us that the economy is starting to slow down and people are starting to fall more and more behind on your payments. Especially if we compare the 29 foreclosures in 2015 compared to the 73 that we already have so far this year, and we have 208 that are in the beginning stages and 140 getting out of these. This is very alarming for the people of Corona. But we're going to go ahead and switch this to Riverside. Riverside, California, and we're just going to keep it the same for purposes of saving time. So let's see what the foreclosure activity is currently doing in the city of Riverside. Give it some time to think. Oops, too many results to list. I haven't seen that since 2007 and 2008. So here we have a total of 507 properties that are currently in some stage of foreclosure right now. 305 are in the beginning stages. 195 have actual auction dates set. So again, almost identical. More is going in than it is going out. So let's take a look at the actual foreclosure activity from last year to this year in the city of Riverside. We're going to get rid of our auctions and our pre-foreclosures, and we're interested in bank owns and third parties. And we're going to do a date. Let's first do last year, 2015, 12/31, 2015, and let's search this. So last year total properties that got foreclosed on in the entire city of Riverside, and you guys can tell it goes all the way up to almost Grand Terrace, Hoover Valley area, as far down as Cahelco, Lake Matthews area. So this covers all that area. A total of 44 properties that became bank owned in the entire year of 2015. So let's go ahead here and adjust our search options to this year. So obviously the number was 44 in the entire year of 2015. 110, almost an identical 100%, just above 100% increase of foreclosure activity from last year to this year. Add to the fact that there's more properties entering foreclosure, like we just saw, than there is, getting out of it, which is still that's going to be a lot bigger next year, I believe, than it is this year, because some of these homes are going to take months, sometimes years to even foreclose on. And if we're seeing a rise right now as we speak of more properties going into default, we're seeing the bank owned activity starting to rise up a little bit. We're going to start seeing obviously more and more distressed property, which is going to, I don't need to tell you guys, it's going to further depress the economy. So something's going on here. It's very apparent what it is. And we're not hearing about it, which is why I wanted to bring this video. So the last city we're going to look at is Moreno Valley. See if they have a 100% increase in their foreclosure activity. So we're going to go ahead and go search the foreclosure activity last year compared to this year. $12,315, bank owned, okay. Search. So in the city of Moreno Valley last year, there was a total of 32 properties that became bank owned. Obviously, the city is a lot smaller compared to Riverside, about 1/3. So the foreclosure activity is still somewhat relatively equal. So that was last year, 32. Let's go ahead and adjust our dates to the recent one. Recently this year. Okay, so here we go. Bear with me, guys. Sometimes I can't think and talk at the same time. So let's search this. So it's 32 last year, 84 this year. This is the biggest rise in percentage of foreclosure activity from the three cities. And this is not just a 3-city thing, guys. For the sake of the video, I wanted to do just 3 cities because these are the main markets that we focus on here at Castle Realty Group. But this is everywhere. This is the trend pretty much in every market of Southern California, and you're not hearing about it, which is kind of scary. So we're going to look at what's the current foreclosure activity. We're going to adjust our options. So just to be clear, 32 last year, 84 this year so far, and the year's not over. And we're going to switch our criteria here, and we're just going to get rid of the dates and click search. Here we go. 214 that have gone into, they're in some sort of pre-foreclosure stage. 140 that have an actual auction date set. and 354. Now, just to be clear, guys, like I said, these dates, this auction date can always be postponed. People file bankruptcy, try to sell, short sell, whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean that all these properties are going to go for sale within the next 21 days, but the information, the message is the same. Foreclosure activity is on the rise. So if you have any questions in regards to plans, things that you might want to do, buy, sell, refinance, guys, give us a call. Give me a call directly. My number is 951-833-3447. If you want to sit down and talk, have a meeting, take a closer look at your situation, we'd love to be able to help you out, figure out what your plans are. Obviously, this information is very alarming, but there are solutions, and there's still time if you want to get out of the house now. Um, there's obviously still time to do it. Nobody's talking about this yet. This is just the beginning of what I think is going to be, another dip in the economy here in the near future. Could be a year, could be 2 years. Who knows? It might not even happen. But the numbers don't lie. We're seeing the trend, we're seeing the activity, and once it starts going down, it's difficult to stop until it hits bottom. We already know that. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, call me directly, 951-833-3447. My name is Leo Gonzalez with Castle Realty Group. And the Castle Realty Group, we work for you. Have a good one.